I analyzed over 1,000 faceless YouTube channels across several different niches to decode the algorithm and figure out why some faceless channels like this one, and this one become massively successful while other channels like these fail to even get off the ground. And I found that the most successful faceless creators apply a very specific formula to their videos. So what is this formula that helps them get great results again and again? What do these successful creators know that 99% of people don't? The best faceless YouTube videos follow 4 simple steps. And in this video, I'm going to walk you through them all. The first step is by far the most important and also the most overlooked, and that is your idea. You could have the best video in the world on making little wooden dolls, but if nobody wants to watch a video on making little wooden dolls, how are you going to get any views? During my research, I found that most faceless channels that fail have a very self-centered approach to picking ideas. They'll think of topics that matter to them or they find appealing. And therein lies their biggest mistake. What you want to do instead is pick ideas that your audience is interested in watching. And the best way to find these ideas is to steal them. But let's be honest, you are not creating a faceless channel to express your creativity. You are most likely making it because you want to make money and turn it into a passive revenue source. So, you want to create videos that will help you do that quickly. Start by finding as many reference channels in your niche as possible and figure out what topics have worked for them in the past 2 to 3 months, ones that have gotten them at least 2 to 3 times the views of their subscriber count. Now once you have a list of potential topics, you want to filter that list based on a couple of different parameters. Number 1 is the content gap in the videos put out by your competitors. If you have some information that will be valuable for users but others have not covered it, it can be a great idea to start with. Second is the topic evergreen. Trendy topics stay relevant only for a little while, like our videos on bulk creating YouTube shorts. But if you are a beginner and it takes time for you to execute, it is always better to start with more evergreen ideas instead. And third, how quickly can you execute the idea? Initially, when you start your faceless YouTube channel, it's a quantity game, which means you need to produce videos consistently and produce enough of them to get on the algorithm's radar and get it to start pushing your content out. You can't do that if it takes you a month to create your videos. That brings me to the second most crucial step, creating the packaging for your video. Now, that is your thumbnail and your title. You could have created the best video in the world, but if nobody clicks on it, is it really worth the effort? For most beginner faceless creators, thumbnails and titles are an afterthought. Most people will come up with an idea, script the video, edit the video, and just think of a title and thumbnail when they are uploading. But if you look at successful faceless channels, you will see they have kick-ass thumbnails. For most such channels, they don't even have a face on the thumbnail, which means the idea needs to be conveyed completely through design. By the way, there's no harm in putting your own face on thumbnails, even if it is a faceless channel. But if you don't want to be on camera at all, you need to spend time designing your thumbnail and coming up with your title before you even start making your video. Again, go back to your reference channels and look at what kind of ideas have worked well for them. There's no need to copy, but take cues on how they design and place different elements on the thumbnail where your attention goes when you first look at it and then work from there. Now, when it comes to the title, you want to keep the most important information in the first 50 characters and try multiple iterations to see which title generates the biggest sense of FOMO or fear of missing out. Your thumbnail needs to complete the story that you're telling through your title. Avoid having the same text in the title and the thumbnail, but design them to complement each other like in these examples. Now, coming over to step 3, which is where the magic lies. Now, you have a killer idea and an epic thumbnail and title, so people are primed to click on your videos. But how do you get them to stay? How do you get them to continue watching? That can be achieved by your script, the way you present your information in the video. Now, there are several different ways to script your YouTube videos, but the most successful faceless channels follow this format. And once you understand it, you can apply it to any video that you want. Most faceless videos will see a dip in the first 30 seconds of the video. Their graph looks something like this. The more people stop watching within the first 30 seconds, the less your video will get pushed out by the algorithm. So, how do you increase the number of people who stick around? You start with thumbnail alignment. Your title and your thumbnail set the expectations for your video. And if the first 5 seconds of your intro do not align with those expectations, people are going to click away. And these initial 5 seconds are crucial. Check out these intros. I have researched hundreds of faceless YouTube channels to find the 8 niches that will actually help you succeed and make money in 2025. I started building Instagram accounts 2 years ago knowing almost nothing and now have turned this into a profitable business that almost runs entirely on autopilot. All of them match the expectations set by the title and thumbnail, and so people know they haven't been misled and so they want to watch further. A very easy way to do this is to have your first sentence match your title. Next comes your hook. The promise that you make at the beginning of the video that compels people to stay. Basically, how can you make people curious? Now, popular faceless creators use three main types of hooks. One is question hooks, like, "Are you tired of your videos getting 0 views despite your best efforts?" Second is context hooks, where they set the context of the video up front, like, "I started a brand new YouTube Shorts channel and got 40,000 views in a month." And the third is controversial statement hooks or strong statement hooks, where creators say something outrageous to grab attention and then later explain everything, like this one right here. Every day, more companies are announcing that they will no longer be requiring a college degree to get a job with them. Then we have the rest of the intro. Here, you need to give context about the video while still being crisp and try to exceed the expectations set by your title and your thumbnail. Basically, promise to deliver more value than what the viewer initially expected, like in this intro right here. "I've been running a faceless YouTube channel for over 2 years, getting millions of views, until I realized that I've been doing it all wrong. There's a way to achieve these results in just a few months. Let me explain." Now, just because the intro is done does not mean that you skim on the rest of the script. If you want YouTube to push your videos, you have to retain people in the video for as long as possible. You do this by breaking down your content into bite-sized points. And then for each point, making sure you present the most important piece of information towards the end. Once you understand how to write a killer YouTube script, you can then get an AI tool to generate the basic structure and then fine-tune it according to what you know. This brings us to the fourth and the final step. Now, most unsuccessful faceless channels out there fail because they're unable to maintain consistency in posting and producing a good baseline quality of videos. The only way to beat this is to have a dependable system to lean on when things get tough. The good news is that with the advent of AI, creating this system has become easier than ever.